lilac and chamomile, our word mix solution. Well, David, we've had a little bit of a nautical theme earlier in the evening, but quarantine is something that was a part of old sea travel in particular. Is that where it originated?
It links back to the old port city of Venice, the city of canals, and in fact, when ships came in during the Renaissance period, they would, often the sailors or the passengers would carry fevers or chills and ills from further climes, and in which case the entire crew and passengers needed to be quarantined from 40 giorni, 40 days, left alone and isolated in their vessel. That's why we have quarantine now, despite quarantine
It's not always 40 days, sometimes more, sometimes less.
In fact, people may be, out of the loop for a day or two, or in astronaut's case, maybe for 3 or 4 days. But triage, which is another word that is related to illness, and that's where an ER nurse, a senior nurse, needs to sort patients coming into a casualty ward. Now, trier is French to cull or to arrange, but it's also, there's a theory that triage is linked to 3. That is, that essentially the task is about sorting out those incoming patients into 3 critical groups of need, tending to those of greatest need and down to the last who probably they need to wait maybe 40 days until they're tended to.
Not in too many emergency departments.
No, I hope not.
Great words. Thank you very much, David.
Thanks a lot, Richard.
Let's have a look at our great scores. And in fact, it's a very, very close contest at the moment. Robin is on 10. Kashi is on 11 as we go into our next letter round. And Robin, would you choose some letters for us, please?
Thanks, Richard. Could I have a consonant first, please, Lily?
You can. Thank you, Robin. Starting with an H.
And a vowel next, please.
O.
And another vowel, please.
E.
A consonant, please.
D.
Another consonant, please.
B.
And a vowel, please.
I.
And another vowel, please.
O.
Another consonant, please.
R.
And I'll finish on a consonant.
And lastly, L.
Thank you, Lily. Here's the clock. Robin, how many for you this time?
I got 6 this time, Richard.
And Kashi?
I found an 8 this time.
Oh, that sounds exciting, but let's hear your 6 first, Robin.
My 6 was roiled.
And Kashi?
Mine was bloodier.
Oh, very competitive indeed. We're almost back to those piratical days on the high seas.
We are, or that casualty ward. Bloodier is a great 8, and roiled is also a beautiful poetical word. That's R-O-I-L-E-D, as in to churn. But bloodier is a wonderful 8. Well played, Kashi.
So Bloodier takes the score this time, another 8 points for Kashi. Let's keep the flow going, and Kashi, would you like to select some more letters, please?
Lily, can I have a consonant, please? You can. Thank you, Kashi. Starting with a T. And I'll have a vowel, please. E. Another vowel. U. Another vowel, please. I. And now a consonant, please. R. Another consonant, please. F. One more consonant, please, Lily. G. Take another vowel, please. A. And one last consonant, please. And to finish, S.
And 30 seconds from now. Well, Kashi, very careful selection of letters. Did it pay off for you?
Well, I'm not sure. I might have found an 8, but I'm not positive if it's actually in there.
We'll keep fingers crossed. We'll be back to you in a moment. But Robin, how many for you?
I was only able to manage a 4.
What was your 4?
A furs.
Furs. Kashi, what was your hopeful 8?
It was furiates, which I'm not sure if it Must be infuriate.
I was going to say infuriates, I guess we know, but is there a furiates, David?
Well, I hope you don't get angry when I tell you.
Uh-oh.
But no, infuriates is the only version. You can't drop that prefix for furiate. So I'm sorry, and that takes us back to Robin's bid, which was furs. Can I just confirm the spelling?
F-U-R-S.
Because F-I-R-S is also good. I've actually got a 9 here, Richard.
Oh, very good. Very good.
It's exciting.
We always love to hear that 9 word.
Maybe I should declare the word before the applause, but thank you all the same.
Well, you're the one who's going to be able to check it. So
That's true. No, it is in here, so it is a word, and it is fruitages. F-R-U-I-T-A-G-E-S, and describes the fruit-bearing load of orchard trees. So a possible 9 lurking in there.
very nice indeed. But in terms of the actual scoring numbers, 4 for Robin. That means there's only a 5-point difference, so Robin could catch up in this numbers round. Robin, choose some numbers, see what you can do.
Thanks, Richard. Lily, could I have 2 large numbers and 4 small ones, please?
2 large and 4 small. Thank you, Robin. Smalls are 4, another 4, 2 and 5, and the 2 large, 50 and 25, and the target to reach is 873.
Thank you, Lily. I'll start the clock. You did very nicely in that last numbers game. How did you go this time?
I could only get 875.
Okay, not too bad at all, but Kashi, what about you?
My closest was 852.
Oh, just a little off the target there. Robin, take us through your method, please.
Well, I started off adding 4 to 4 to give 8.
4 plus 4 is 8.
And then multiplying that by 50 to give 800.
By the... Oops.
Hang on, that's wrong.
That's not looking quite right, is it? So you have made a mistake?
I have made a mistake. I'm going to
Oh,
have to
the
withdraw.
bad luck, Robin. Could you find a solution, Lily?
Look, I'm not surprised Robin or Kashi couldn't get it today because it was quite difficult and it even stumped me.
Well, if you're stumped, it really is a tough one. So no scores for either Robin or Kashi. So the scores stand at 14 for Robin, 19 for Kashi as we go into our next break. And your second word mix, it is let or rate. And the clue, we will put up with this one if we have to. Back in a few minutes.